guys, it's Kat and I'm back today with my favourites, fails and sort of recap for the month of October. I had to go back through my videos and figure out what I've actually done this month, because if you asked me, I actually thought it was going into October. I know it's not. Like, I went to 2 Halloween events, so I know that Halloween came and went. Just for some reason, I don't know what's going on. So I literally had to watch what's happening on Beauty News, what I've put on Instagram, what I've put on my channel to like remind myself what's happened this month, which is kind of sad. But essentially, I think we've just been working a lot, and the start of the month, in the first 2 weeks of the month, we did a collab that hasn't gone up yet, but that was really stressful to plan, and it was like anything before that was a blur because I just don't remember. It was just a blur. And then when we got that done, it was almost like, okay, give myself some time off to like just catch up on things. And then events have been happening. I went to like a L'Oreal event. I don't even remember. I went to an embark store opening. I went to 2 Halloween events, one with BYS, one with NYX. It's just stuff that's happening. Tonight I'm going to a Sephora store opening. So I feel like this month, or it's actually November at the moment, but I feel like the last month has just flown by and I can't even pinpoint what I've been doing. It's like taking it one day at a time. So yeah, I've just been a bit scramble brain. But these are definitely products that I know that I like and that I know that I hate. I kind of want to talk about lip products first, because I want to take this off because I've been wearing this lip in the last 2 videos because I just filmed my empties in my project pan as well. And I want to show you another product that I've been really liking. All right, so essentially what I am wearing on my lips is a Colourpop Lippie stick. I have heaps of these, and I have so many of them that I forget which ones I have, and they just kind of sit in drawers or in cups or around. I found a box set of them that I ordered with, I think, 6 of them, and I hadn't even opened them, so I thought I would jump into it. The one I'm wearing at the moment is, I think, Hotline, and what I really like about this is it's like my perfect true nude, if that makes sense. Normally I go for darker nudes, and I like things that are a little bit darker than my natural lip color, whereas this is pretty much my natural lip color but slightly peachier, or slightly, yeah, brownie orange. So is this too bright? Do I fix this? Yeah, so this you can see is sort of like my lips but better, and my lips but peachier. So this is sort of like my favorite kind of true nude, because if I wear pinky nudes, they don't look nude on me, they look really pink, whereas these sort of brownier, peachier ones look nude on me. So something to do with my skin coloring, I don't know. But yeah, so I really like this one. This one's in Hotline. It's a Matte X formula. I really enjoy it. And another one that I've been really enjoying as well, it's slightly darker. I'll actually swatch that one. Let's get my shit together. And another one that I've been loving is Daydream, which is darker and more sort of, I don't know, it's more mauvier, and that's something that I would generally, you'd see, like if I normally wear a nude, it's sort of like that intensity. But I've kind of, for the warmer months, I think in my last favorites, I talked about how I've kind of been bronzing and wearing a lot of kind of bronzing colors. The light nude kind of works well with bronzier skin. So I've been enjoying those, but I want to show you something else that I've been enjoying. So I thought I'd take this off. All right, so last month I talked about my favorite lip product being the Hourglass Confession lipstick. I've got the one I talked about last month is I Desire, which is like the orangey red. These are so gorgeous, like my god. So I still love that. It is like my special lipstick, but I went back and bought another one, and this one is also a red, but it's in My Icon Ears. And so this is more of a raspberry sort of color. So they're both reds. One's, you know, orangey red, one is more of a raspberry red. I want to apply this one, but I just thought, actually, before I do that, I should actually show you another thing that I've been really enjoying. This is from Lush, and this is from their Halloween collection. Mine's got a cat hair on it, which is gross. But I know they're bringing out these in the Christmas range as well. These are the Naked Lip Scrubs. I like these. So this is essentially like a block of, like a I don't know, like a waxy oil thing. It's not greasy to touch unless you kind of like warm it up and smear it, but it's got a lot of sugar in it, and you essentially just rub it on like a rock. And it really, let me just do this so I can then talk to you. Yeah, so not only does it like really scrub your lips well, but it does like leave a bit of a film on your lips, so it just feels a little bit moisturized, so it's a little bit oily, but not like gross oily. And the reason why I really like this, you can lick it off as well. So not only does it taste nice, but I find this a lot more effective, less messy than those scrubs that you need to put your finger in and like smear it on. I just actually find this works a lot better. It's more controlled, it's less messy. I don't feel the urge to just eat it, which the other one I do. And I think it's way scrubbier because it's in a firm kind of format, so you can really kind of get in there and scrub it. Anyway, that's a favorite. I really like that. I'm just gonna take some of that off. Just leaves your lips like really kind of conditioned but also smooth. So that's sort of like how I like to prep my lips, or even at the end of the day if I'm taking off a really kind of dry lipstick that is hard to get off, or a stain that's hard to get off, I like just using that. But I'm going to put on my Icon ears because this is gorgeous. You can see how it doesn't go with my eye look today, but what can you do? Oh, they're so smooth. So yeah, this is my new Hourglass lipstick, and I love them. It doesn't go with my look, that's so annoying, but I love them. I love them so much. I love the packaging. The formula is not thick, but it's really kind of just smooth and glides on and is pigmented, is not very transfery. They're not matte, but they settle down to just like a normal lipstick finish. I love them. They last a long time. They're gorgeous. If they weren't so expensive, I would buy every single one of them. Yeah, I still am having a love affair with those. All right, then I want to go into something that I find really bizarre because I didn't think I was gonna like this, and for some reason I really do like it. And I'm wearing it today and it's not holding up the best. I did put it on 5.5 hours ago, so it's wearing all right for what it is. This is the L'Oreal Glam Beige foundation. So it's a healthy glow foundation. This one's in light. It's SPF 15. These have these crazy labels on them, but essentially if you peel it off, I think it's because in the US or wherever this is sold, the SPF is 20, but in Australia, since we have strong UV rays, the SPF is 15, so that's why it's been relabeled. I actually really love these. So this is like a really liquidy foundation. Today I just applied it with my fingers. I do think it is too dark. I think they need lighter shades. This one is the lightest, and then there's like a medium and then like a medium deep. No, I think there might be a light medium and then a medium, but they're too dark. So this, even as it is sort of like too dark for me unless I fake tan, but it's a very, very thin formula, and it just glides on the skin really well, and it makes your skin look super flawless but also super natural. This reminds me of the consistency of the YSL Fusion ink. So that's already dried and it's just gorgeous. I don't know if you can, the lighting you can't even see properly, but it is gorgeous. It like just makes your skin look gorgeous. It just blends the colors in. You can see like my natural skin, so it's like a light, it's like a medium coverage, but it just makes it look like it's healthy and nice and gorgeous and blurred and really great. So I really like this. There is a catch to it though, besides the shade range. I do want a lighter shade. What I don't like about this is that it's got a really strong scent. So it smells like male cologne. Like it's just not, it's heavy fragrance and it's got a lot of alcohol in it. So if you've got sensitive skin, don't go for this. But if you do have skin that's not sensitive, I highly recommend this if you want sort of like a comfortable, lightweight, but reasonable coverage product. This says it's got comfortable sheer coverage, which I don't agree with because I think it's like medium coverage. If you put like a decent amount on, Yeah, it says it's got an exquisite fragrance, which I don't agree with. And it says that it's lightweight velvety texture, which I do agree with. So this, it just dries down to a beautiful velvet sort of finish. It just looks really healthy. I've been wearing it like on, like if I'm just, you know, putting a bit of eyeshadow on and a bit of brow product and mascara, my skin looks really healthy. I've been wearing it to work. It holds up really well. I have not re-powdered this and it's been on for 5.5 hours and I've got oily skin. So yeah, even though it is a glowy foundation, it holds up well on oily skin and I'm really impressed with this. I'll have to do a foundation wear test, but I'm like shocked at how much I like this. If you can look past the alcohol and the fragrance and the shitty shade range, I'm down for it. I don't know what it is. I like it. All right, my next favorite thing of the month, and I'm sort of wearing this today. I'm wearing it alongside something I bought just the other day. So this is not a favorite yet, but it's like a nice product. This is the Urban Decay Extra Galactic Moon Dust Eyeshadow, and it's in this sort of like dark, reddy kind of gold. I've just put that all over the lid. And then the rest of the eyeshadows I'm using is from this guy. So this is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk eyeshadow palette. I wasn't gonna get this, but it's so gorgeous that I had to. Right, so you get like the eyes as a slip, take it off. I have heard really mixed reviews about this and I do want to use it a bit more before I do a review. I was planning on doing a review early in the month. I've created some gorgeous looks out of this. I would say in a nutshell, I love this palette because it's a very special palette. When it comes to the mattes, they're all right. When it comes to the shade variety, it's all right. There's nothing particularly deep. There's nothing, the mattes aren't, they're a little bit, I guess they're a little bit chalky, but they're workable. They're not super pigmented. They're not super buttery. They're just eh. But the shimmery shades are phenomenal. You get some like gorgeous, like extraordinarily amazing shimmery shades. And they're all sort of like, some of them are quite sheer, so you either need to apply them foiled or you apply them on top of another eyeshadow, but they create some of the most gorgeous looks. Like I'm wearing that one just dotted on my lid today, and they're really special. So I love this palette not because of the quality, but because it is one of those palettes that I find really inspiring, and if I want something to look special, this is sort of a palette to go for. I haven't used all shades. I'm still struggling to use this kind of chunky glitter one. I tried to use it the other day and I just couldn't really get it to work. So I'm not really keen on doing a review just yet. I want to use more of it, but I find that it's a very, whenever I wear this, people know I'm wearing this palette because it is very unique when it comes to the colors, and it's very, I don't know, it's gorgeous. It creates gorgeous eye looks. I've seen it on other people. It looks great on other people. It looks great on deeper skin tones. It looks great on lighter skin tones. It's a really beautiful palette. So if you want a really pretty kind of, you like a nice shimmery look and you like to kind of pair it with warm eyeshadows, this is a nice investment to have. Now, I liked that so much that when Sephora had a sale, I bought the rose gold palette. Now, another reason why I haven't reviewed that one yet is because I have since been trying to use this one, so I can kind of do a sort of comparison on what I think about it. Now, essentially from how I've been using it, the mattes in here are nicer. I don't like the shimmers though. These sort of chunky glitter ones are a complete fail for me. And then when it comes to other shades, I don't really like the colors enough to want to make them work. So I really like the mattes in here, and I've created some nice matte looks, or I've paired it with like another eyeshadow to like create gorgeous looks. But this one for me, even though I've heard that the quality is, like the formula is not as good, it's a special palette. It's a pretty palette. So yeah, these will be, why is this so dirty? I don't like this packaging. All right, so one of those was sort of like a favorite, and then the rose gold wasn't a fail, but it was just like meh, it's all right. Another palette that I do like, but I haven't been reaching for much recently, and I think it's got pros and cons, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. So once again, this is not a favorite, but it's not a fail. It's just like a recap of what I've been using. This is, oh God, there's some chunkiness going on here, isn't there? All right, so this is the holiday palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I wanted to try it along because I've got the Modern Renaissance, I've got the Subculture. I can happily tell you that this is better than the Subculture when it comes to the issues with pigmentation, and because that was too pigmented that you couldn't blend it out and the colors would mix funny and all that kind of stuff. This one's a lot better. I do find that the shimmery shades are a little bit oily, so it's best to sort of apply them with your finger and dab them on. You can still use a brush, but a firmer brush works better. But one thing I do really like about this is it's kind of thrown me out of my comfort zone with colors. There's some really colors that I'm used to using. So there's like bronzes and coppers and like this beautiful kind of mauve color and this orange. But there's also other colors like Throne, which is a gorgeous kind of dark teal with a blackened base that makes a gorgeous look, and I particularly have been loving that bright yellow sphere shade. So it's crazy, but I found myself using it a lot over the last couple of weeks since I got this palette, or last month or something. So if you kind of blend it out, it sort of works well with a lot of oranges, golds, greens, stuff like that, and they're sort of colors that I like using anyway. So don't throw it. Don't throw it, cat. So yeah, this is an interesting palette. I have been enjoying the looks that I've used or that I've created from it. It's not a holy grail if you don't like the colors. For me, I'm not going to reach for the colors every day, but some of the colors in here are really special and really unique, and I don't mind the formula. All right, then I want to talk about my last makeup favorite, then I'll talk about some skincare favorites. And a couple of fails. I want to talk about my Ka-Brow. This is in the shade 2. So this is the Benefit Ka-Brow. It's a pomade, it's a brow pomade, and it looks like this, and I've got it on my brows today. I've got it with a gimme brow as well, so it looks a little bit darker, but I've kind of been liking lighter brows at the moment, and this is a really great shade because it's like a cool toned light. Normally the shade that I go for in this is 4, which is the medium cool tone shade, but this is a light cool tone shade. I just kind of like the lighter brow thing. Also, since I used up my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in my project pan, I can start using the pomade that I actually like, which is the Benefit one. I think the reason why I prefer this one over Anastasia is because it's a little bit drier, so you can mimic hairs a bit better. It's not, doesn't deposit too much at once, and it lasts a really nice amount of time. So I like this. I like shade 4, but I've been getting into shade 2, and it's nice to be able to use a non-project pan brow product. All right, I want to talk about 2 products from Embark that I have been loving, this one particularly. So these products I got from the store opening. They're just opening their first flagship store in South Yarra, I believe it is. No, I think it's in Paran. Anyway, I picked up a little goodie bag and I got these in a hand cream. I like the hand cream. I've used it before. But I was particularly excited about this microdermabrasion exfoliating scrub. This stuff is bomb. This is like the scrub of my dreams. It just looks like a cream and you kind of go, whatever, it's a cream, right? It is, oh, it's got like the smallest particles, and it ends up feeling almost like a dry rub, but oh, it's so good. So the particles are super, super, super fine. It smells nice and clean. It almost smells like white tea. I just really enjoy it. This has been like my favorite shower friend. It is so good. I've been looking for a good scrub and I found a good scrub, and it's Australian and I'm very happy. So yeah, it's just fab. If you want a good scrub, check out this Embark one. It is phenomenal. I love. Then the other thing I got to try out, which I really do like, is this is the detoxifying clay mask. What I like about this is that it's not actually like a traditional clay mask. It you apply it and it's like moisturizer. It's like a really, really thick moisturizer, and you rub it in. And it's got a little bit of clay in it, but you can't really tell. It just feels like a really thick hydrating balm, and it sort of goes on translucent like that. It doesn't ever really dry down dry and cracky. It just dries down to like normal skin, and oh, yeah, I really like these products. So essentially you leave it on for 10 or 15 minutes and then you rinse off. But I just find that this is beautiful because it's sort of like takes out impurities like a clay mask, but it also is hydrating. Like it's like a beautiful moisturizing mask. And what I tend to do is I'll put this on at night. I don't look crazy with like a white face or a blue face or a brown face or anything like that. You can just wear it like a normal, like a thick moisturizer, and I'll just leave it on while I'm watching The Bachelorette or something like that, and then take it off, and it's really comfortable and it's really, really great. So I enjoy that. I love the scrub more because scrubs are my thing, but that's a really great mask. So one thing I used up in the last couple of weeks was my Shiramura cleansing oil, which meant I got to try some Japan products. Honestly, I've got a bag full of skincare that I bought from Japan and I have not even used them because I don't like having too many things open at once. But so I got to try the Perfect Watery Oil by the brand Senka. This works really, really well as a cleansing oil. It's a lot thicker and almost, I don't know, it almost feels silicone-y, or it's a lot thicker than Shiramura cleansing oil, but it's also a lot cheaper. And this has it's got a strong fragrance. It kind of reminds me of really cheap shampoo, but besides that, it is a nice cleansing oil that does remove makeup and also emulsifies. The thing I look out for in a cleansing oil, it has to emulsify. And what I mean by that is once it mixes with the oil, it has to turn into like a milky kind of thing and wash away. If it just leaves oil on your face, I'm not into it. So this has been quite nice. It's a nice cheap alternative to the Shiramura one. But the other Shiramura one feels a lot more luxe. This feels a lot cheaper, but it does a really good job. I've also been trying the Perfect Whip cleanser. So this is crazy, this stuff. I feel like I need to get water and show you, but essentially it's this really kind of goopy, like it just left a trail of goop. But if you can see, it's like really kind of goopy cleanser. So once it mixes with water, it essentially just foams up like crazy. So this is still, you can't even tell because there's not enough water that I've put with it, but it just foams up to like a lather. So you use the smallest amount and you just sort of like put it like all over your face as you do with the cleanser, and it just foams up and really removes all like traces of makeup and everything. It's very, very thorough, but it doesn't leave your skin really dry. It leaves it almost squeaky clean, but not dry and like needing moisture. So yeah, if you like a foaming cleanser, this one is like the max foaming cleanser. It removes everything. It's really interesting, and you use the smallest amount and it just like expands. And if you want a cheap sort of cleansing oil that does emulsify but isn't super, super expensive, these are pretty good. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is hair care, and this is something I've only sort of discovered a couple of weeks ago. They're by John Frieda. They are the Frizz Ease Dream Curls Conditioner and Shampoo. So I do have this sort of annoying hair that's quite flat at the top and quite straight at the top, and then it just goes into like curly mess. It's often like frizz overload. I found that the shampoo and conditioner, I've tried a bunch from this range. I was sent like a whole box of different things, and I've been trying, you know, leave-in conditioners and oils and whatnot, but the things I like the most are definitely these. I just find that by using these, it makes my hair a lot more manageable, and I can kind of get sort of like waves without crazy frizz. So yeah, Frizz Ease Dream Curl Shampoo and Conditioner. I've been digging these. All right, last two things really quickly are fails. I went to an event where we got a goodie bag with a few new things from The Balm and Sleek and Barry M and Elf, and I did a kind of get ready with me trying some of the products, and two things that I really didn't like are these guys from Elf. This is the contour kit, which I don't like. The contour looks really patchy when you put it on, and I've noticed that these two pans already have started to seal, so they're getting hard pan on them just from like swatching them and playing with them. So I'm not a fan of these. This is just the contour palette. I don't love it. And then the thing that I was really shocked with was the Elf Baked Highlighter. This is in Moonlight Pearls. And essentially what I had to do straight after that video to actually test this out was scrape off the top layer. So I've done it to half of this. So the side that hasn't been scraped off, you can like, I'm really trying to rub that on and you're picking up almost jack shit like that. There's not much. It's so firmly baked. And some people are saying that that is like a design thing so that it doesn't break in the mail. Nah, that's fucked. So essentially what I had to do was get like a disposable mascara wand thing and really scrub it off. And the amount that I had to take off was, I don't know if you can see, but there's a big chunk taken out. And even then, like now with the layer removed, yeah, you pick up more product, but it's not amazing that it's worth the hassle of like having to babysit this and literally scrub off probably, I don't know how much product I took off, but it was a lot just to get this to work. It's just, no, I'd prefer to invest in like even sleek ones or even NYX ones. People can get their shit together without having to, you don't need to scrape off a thick top layer to make it work. And even then, it's just meh. So yeah, I wasn't impressed with this. All right, guys, those were my favorites, fails, and just a couple of recaps of some of the products that I've been using this month. Hopefully that was interesting. I will see you soon for my Huda Beauty palette reviews. Oh, and I wanted to mention as well, I keep forgetting to mention this. Early in the month, I hit 20,000 subscribers. So thank you so much to all the subscribers. Yeah, it was funny because I wasn't paying much attention to my subscriber count. And then all of a sudden one day, I went to go check comments or something and I noticed that it had just ticked over to 20,000. So that was exciting. I will do a giveaway. I've been meaning to do it, but like I said, I didn't even realize that this month had gone. So I'll probably lump it in with like a Christmas giveaway or something. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed. It's funny because I've been more concerned about the growth on Beauty News, that I kind of just do my channel for my enjoyment and so I can kind of have a say on my channel. So yeah, subscribers haven't, in the last year since doing Beauty News, it hasn't really been something that I've been paying much attention to. So it's nice to see that it is slowly growing. That's nice, I really appreciate it. Yeah, so thank you. I did notice. And I know some people noticed because they did comment and they did message me, so that was sweet. So thank you so much. I will do a giveaway soon. I just need to get my shit together, which is hard. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. And if you want to see what my empties were and what my Project Pan update is like this month, I'll have them on the screen. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.